Thank you so much for joining me today and for watching this video. I'm so excited to be starting my channel and giving you an intro as to what's going to be on my channel. To start, I would say that this channel is going to center around recipes, different tips and tricks that you can incorporate into your daily schedules, also some different fitness techniques, generally what I do in a day in my life when it comes to health and my journey. I will say, and just to start off, that I am not a nutritionist by any means. I have taken a couple nutrition classes in my undergrad. I am not certified by any means. It is something that I'm looking into, however, currently not certified. So to kick things off, I wanted to talk about where I began and where I started in my journey. The first thing I want to say is I don't use the word diet now. I like to say lifestyle change or journey because to me diet is more of a temporary word. To me, lifestyle change or journey is more permanent. So bringing you back about 7 years ago, I remember the first time I wanted to get started with health and just watching what I eat, and that was on a trip to the ice cream store with my family. Everybody was picking out their different things that they wanted, and I wanted a brownie sundae. And I remember this particular brownie sundae because when I was looking at it, I literally thought, oh my god, I'm so happy to eat this. I can't wait to eat this. I'm so excited. And that's all that was on my mind was the ice cream. And I believe I have a picture of it, actually. I'll have to find it. But I looked at this ice cream, I ate it, and then after I felt so bad. I felt like I had gas. I felt like I had to use the bathroom. I felt like my energy just dropped, and I really paid attention to those feelings that I had because that is what set me off on my lifestyle journey, and that is what motivated me to do something about my weight and just about my health. I think that I was around 150 pounds. I wasn't necessarily overweight, but I just knew that I felt kind of gross when I ate food, certain types of food. So I started going to the gym and then just kind of watching some of the things that I put in my body, not really paying attention to the ingredients of the food necessarily at this time. Fast forward a little bit, this is the first diet plan that I joined. It was called the Lady Boss program, and I believe Kaylin is her name. You can look her up on Facebook and YouTube. I will say I was very motivated by everybody in the charisma of the group, but it was something that didn't work for me in the end because I felt like I was pushing myself too hard and going to the gym too much. I feel like it was an unhealthy amount for me, and I also felt like some of the ingredients, looking back now and looking at the labels, it wasn't really something that I wanted to put into my body. Not saying necessarily that they're bad ingredients, I just felt like I didn't want to put certain things that were in their packaging in my body. So I found out towards the end of that my mental health started taking a toll, and I felt really stressed, and going to the gym all the time, I felt like my knees hurt and just different parts of my body I didn't feel really comfortable with. I stopped going to the gym a lot, and I stopped the Lady Boss program. I did lose a little bit of weight at this time, and I just felt kind of just tired and lazy and lethargic all the time. So I started to look into more holistic ways and holistic type methods as well as yoga. I found this book by Gottfried, Dr. Sarah Gottfried. It's called The Hormone Reset Diet. I read that book, I kid you not, from cover to finish, and I actually listened to it in the car, and I really developed kind of like a structure with that book. The plan that she designates in that book is a 21-day reset of different hormones that women tend to have issues with, like cortisol and estrogen, and she lays it out in 3 separate day increments where you take away certain things, and it's supposed to make you feel better at the end. So I noticed a really drastic change, and this was the first time that I actually realized that certain foods that I'm eating are causing me to have issues. Around this time too, I tried this milk packet diet. I'm gonna have to ask my mom about this because she did it too. And with both of those things, that's where I lost the most amount of weight. I lost about 21 to 31 pounds, and that was right before my wedding. Also was still kind of going to the gym at this time and tanning and doing those kind of things and just really pushing myself to look good in a wedding dress, because I really wanted to lose the stubborn belly fat and just feel good on my special day. So on my wedding day, I did feel beautiful. I felt great. I really felt healthy, and I felt so excited to be moving forward. Now, I will say this, on our honeymoon weekend, I did not eat right. I enjoyed life, which you should every now and then. I remember going to a breakfast buffet, and I have a picture of this somewhere, but I took literally one of everything in that breakfast buffet, and I think I had more plates than my husband. I kid you not. After our honeymoon, I started going, downhill again, or uphill rather, for the scale purposes. I believe I hit about 165-ish, and around 165 for me. Now 165 for you may not be necessarily quote unquote bad, but for me, when I hit that weight, I'm about 5'4", and I start to feel, again, just really lethargic and really tired, and I can't sleep, and really gassy depending on certain foods that I eat. So that was kind of a kicker. And at this time, I did resign from a 7-year store management job because I just could not. I was getting really stressed, and I realized that. I remember sitting down with my husband saying, I can't do this anymore. So I had somewhat of a career change at this point too. And around this point, I started keto. And keto, if you're not sure or don't know what that is, keto is where you have to stay within a certain amount of net carbs per day so that you can stay in ketosis. And you're supposed to be eating healthy fats and mixture with, healthy meats and all that good stuff, and kind of limiting your net carbs so that you can lose weight. And I remember at my new job, I worked for a roofing company. I really enjoyed the people in the office because everybody was really centered around health and really wanted to change their eating habits. So it was really kind of like a team thing, and that was really uplifting for me. I feel like we all helped each other, and around that time, and we're getting closer to now, I lost weight again. It was about 10 pounds, but I will say keto, I was kind of sticking to a dirty keto regime, and that was where maybe I would go to like a fast food place and I would eat, maybe a burger with just lettuce in the burger, and I found that I still had a lot of cravings. I still wanted that chocolate bar. I still wanted, the excessive amount of fruit, and on keto I had to really limit my fruit because of the net carbs and the glucose. Yeah, I had so many cravings, and I just could not stick to it. Now, for some of you, keto may work, and like I said earlier, going to the gym may work for you, but for me, it just did not work. My mom was even doing keto at the time. My father-in-law did keto at the time. It just wasn't working for me. So getting to where we are now, we ended up moving back up north, and north was the best decision that me and my husband have ever made. I feel like I'm home. I really felt like my stress was taken away, and just I'm really happy now being here. Getting to where we are now, I decided to read the Sarah Gottfried book again, but it really hit something with me. I feel like reading that book again really set a tone for like a light bulb in my head clicked. I feel like I know what I need to do now. I decided to reread Sarah Gottfried's Hormone Reset Diet and some of the notes that she was saying again for the second time, because I really feel like, 5 years ago when I initially read that the first time, I feel like I gained a lot of knowledge, and I felt like something clicked when it came to the ingredients of the food, and then specifically women eating regimes, and specifically to women, what some of the ingredients can do to your body and how it'll make you feel. In reading that, I followed the plan, 3-day changes, and I believe the first 3 days was meatless. I believe it was maybe the fourth quarter of this diet plan was caffeine free, and at the time I started this, I kid you not, I was drinking probably 4 cups of coffee, and that included sugar-free this and cream that and anything that you can put in there. And even though I was saying to myself, oh, it's sugar-free, it's okay, still the sugar-free syrups that you get can have different things in them that I didn't want to put in my body. So after reading that, I believe when I started this, I reread the book for the first time. It was actually about 3 months ago, but in the beginning of 2021, I hit my largest jump on the scale. I believe I was 178 or 180 at one point. Now, I will say this, even though I keep bringing up weight and pounds, it's important for your mental health to realize that you are beautiful and a number doesn't equal beauty. For me, I just know that when I hit a certain point on the scale, it's kind of like a motivating factor for me that I need to do something about it. So this was my largest weight that I've ever been, and I knew that I had to do something about it. So again, I enjoyed the holidays, I enjoyed New Year's, I enjoyed all those things, but I actually would say about 2 months ago, so before Thanksgiving, because it's January now, I started reading the book, and then I started incorporating some of those plans and did a hormone reset right after Thanksgiving. I lost about 15 to 20 pounds. So at the time I think I got down to about 160 or 165, I believe. And then I enjoyed New Year's, and I remember going to the Asian buffet with my husband, and I enjoyed that day. And I'm like, after doing this reset, I feel like I know what I need to do and what I need to stick to. From New Year's until now, I am now 153 pounds. I have been really watching what I've been eating, but also not just feeling restricted. I feel like with this plan, it helped me create my own plan. And that's what I want to say to you is, I've tried so many diets out there. Not only are some of them temporary, but some of them are hard to stick to, and they're not centered around you and what you need. I feel like that was what clicked in my mind, is that I needed something for me and something that works for me, and there wasn't really anything specific to me. There wasn't a Kendra's lifestyle plan or Kendra's diet book, even though some of these programs say, oh, it's centered for you. Really, I didn't feel like that. And maybe you have something that works for you, and please leave a comment if something, you found a program out there that works for you. For me, it wasn't the case until I found this book and until I used some of the tools from the book to make a plan for me. So as of right now, like I said, I'm 153 pounds. I'm continuing to follow my own lifestyle, and that centers around gluten-free. I try not to eat red meat, caffeine-free as much as I can, and then dairy-free. So I will eat fish, I will eat eggs. I would say I'm maybe, and I hope no one takes offense to this, but I would say I'm maybe like a half vegan, because I'll eat fish and eggs. And sometimes I'll have cheese like feta or, goat cheese. But really, I'm trying to stick to the gluten-free, dairy-free, red meat-free, and then caffeine-free as much as I can. I do drink tea. I try to stick to herbal tea, but I will have the occasional black tea. And to be honest, that's what's working for me. I feel like the scale is dropping. Right now, I feel like I'm pretty consistent. I will have the occasional cheesecake. I will have, the occasional chocolate cake. When I went downstate with my family, we had cake just for fun, and it was this cake from Costco. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna have a piece. But after eating that piece, I didn't feel like I had to overindulge. I felt like it was just one piece, and I was okay with that. And now doing this plan, I feel like I have no cravings whatsoever, and if I do have the occasional craving, I may make a smoothie, a chocolate smoothie, and I'm okay with that. When I may have a cheat meal now and then, but I don't feel like I'm counting the days until my cheat meal. Those of you who have been on diets know that you look forward to that cheat meal. And doing this, I just really feel like it's something that clicked, and it's been working for me, and I feel happy and healthy and just living my best life. With that in mind, I am so happy that you are here with me. I am happy that you are wanting to change your life and, do something for you. I'm hoping that with some of the videos and the pictures and different things that I'm going to be posting, different content, that you can change your lifestyle around and that it will benefit you. With that in mind, please check me out on Facebook, on TikTok, and on Instagram. I will be posting videos Tuesdays and Thursdays is my goal. Sometimes I'll post things just randomly throughout the week just because I want you guys to see what I'm doing. But other than that, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to your comments and to your likes. And again, please subscribe if you have a second to do that. And other than that, I hope you have a holistic, happy, healthy day. Bye.